The Butcher Lords of the Mud. In the scorched mud flats of the lowlands, the brothers Swine, Grigory, Silas, and the gluttonous Horace ruled with a filth-stained iron hoof. They did not build houses for shelter, but as monuments to their cruelty. Grigory's straw hut was a wicker cage of sun-bleached reeds and the dried sinew of debtors, while Silas's wood manor was a jagged palisade of splintered gallows. Horace, the eldest and most depraved, sat within a fortress of red clay bricks, each one baked in a kiln fueled by the hair and fat of the kingdom's missing children. They were not pigs in form, but in spirit, bloated, pink-skinned lords who had grown so morbidly obese on stolen grain that they could no longer stand, their many chins dripping with the grease of 1,000 illicit feasts. The big bad wolf was no animal, but a man named Ulrich, a father whose tongue had been torn out for questioning the swine's taxes. He earned his moniker from the wheezing, metallic howl of the rusted bellows grafted to his scarred throat, a primitive breathing apparatus that sustained his scorched lungs. Carrying a heavy alchemical cannon that groaned with pressurized steam, Ulrich moved through the mud with the silence of a grave robber. He did not come to eat them, he came to reclaim the marrow they had sucked from his life. With a hiss of venting gas, he puffed his first breath of caustic fire, turning Grigory's reed-woven cage into a pyre that smelled of roasting carrion. The second house fell with a sickening crackle of dry bone as the pressure cannon's concussive force shattered the gallows wood, sending splinters through Silas's soft, translucent flesh like rain. But the third house, the fortress of red clay brick, held firm. Ulrich climbed the soot-stained chimney, his mechanical lungs screaming as he descended into the dark. He expected a hearth, a trap, or a boiling pot. Instead, he found a cavernous larder where the three brothers had merged into a singular, pulsing mound of necrotic fat and stitched leather. They had anticipated his arrival, not out of fear, but out of hunger. The brick walls weren't meant to keep the wolf out. They were designed to keep the meat from escaping. As Ulrich fell into the fat of boiling tallow below the flue, the swine didn't squeal. They laughed with the sound of grinding stones. Horace reached out with a hand that had grown 3 extra fingers, dragging the wolf into the tepid grease. There was no heroic final stand, only the wet, rhythmic sound of chewing. By dawn, the fortress of brick remained silent, save for the rhythmic wheezing of Ulrich's discarded bellows, which the brothers now used to stoke the fires for their next course. In the lowlands, the predator isn't the one with the teeth, but the one with the biggest table.